Your typical homeowner utility trailer can cost upwards of $6,000. So why not take a chance on a used trailer, give it a little love, save yourself a little money. Today we're going to start our little rehab project we have for this 6x10 tilt deck trailer. All right, this trailer here is a tilt deck trailer. It's 6 feet wide, 10 feet long. It's got a 3,500 pound torsion axle and it has brakes. The brakes are not currently hooked up. I got this trailer from my stepfather who pulled it out of the bushes just a few months ago and then put a new deck on it. It's a 1992 Howe Brothers trailer made in Troy, New York. Today we're going to add this tongue jack, and it's not one of those clamp-on ones that you've seen that look terrible. This is a weld-on one. It's very similar to the one that's over on Nick. Just got your crank, and then you pull this pin and it swings up out of the way. So I ended up getting a very short one because that tilt deck trailer, which we still don't have a name for, and if you have any ideas for a name, I'd like to hear them. I was thinking maybe Lowboy Larry or something like that, but I ended up getting the short one because it's close to the ground, and then the tongue on it is actually pretty short. So I needed to have extra room because we're going to add this plastic tongue box. And I bought this one online. It's actually considered an ammo can, and it's plastic, so it won't rust. It does have a rubber gasket in the lid. It's got positive latches. You can even use a padlock to secure it if you want to, but I got the plastic because it won't rust. And it's made in the USA. This tongue box will hold 4 straps and 2 wheel chocks without any issue. I had to keep the box small because the tongue is short, and you know, sometimes you get yourself in those jackknife situations. Anyway, it's about 82 degrees out and humid right now, so I figured this would be a great time to start a welding project. All right, before we can do any welding, we got to get this paint off of here. The trailer jack, if you buy the weld-on one, it comes not painted on the section that you're going to weld, so that's pretty handy. We're going to grind this off using this Milwaukee grinder as soon as I put a battery on it. And mounting it here, it should swing up and come to right about here, which will give me plenty of room to mount the tongue box. So we're just going to, a couple welds across the top, we'll do a couple welds down the side, and it should be it. Do-rag. For those of you that do have hair, you're probably wondering why. For those of you that don't, you get it. What happens is all the sweat runs down your face because there's nothing here to catch it anymore. We're using that Harbor Freight welder back there. It's on 110 today. I got it set up for burning 1/8 inch steel, and we're using a shielding gas of argon CO2. I should have set this up with the 220. The reason why I didn't is I'm almost at the end of my leads. I gotta get an extension cord. It's too hot out here. This thing keeps tripping out the duty cycle. I'm running it at 120 volt, but I'm running it at the max, so not ideal. I'm gonna see if I can do 220. All right, I got it plugged in 220, but I might have to roll the trailer forward a little bit because the lead and the extension cord are maxed right out going to the 220 outlet. I was over here using this. Let's see if we can't finish this up. Oh, this is my hitch and my toolbox from a couple of videos ago. You can see I got some tools and stuff in there. It's working out pretty slick. I put my helmet on. Forgot to change the settings from 120 to 220. All right, let's try that. Sounds better. All right, let me show you this. That's not a bad weld. Might be a little bit cold, but I think I got good enough penetration. This is the 110 over here. This was 110 though. That's pretty good. Just kept tripping out the duty cycle. Same thing over here, 110, but duty cycle. Did you see right there where I spun the camera around so I could talk to you? Well, it turns out I unplugged a microphone by accident. We'll get the audio back here in a minute. I'm showing you how the tongue jack is working. I've got it off the bucket for the first time. I've got the camera sitting in the garage in the shade because it's telling me that it's overheating. The tongue's got a little bit of a wobble to it. It's got 30 years of use. We're going to probably have to put a bushing in and maybe a new pin. We'll do that in another video. I'm going to pull the trailer a little bit closer to the garage so that I can keep using the 220 power. I do have to get an extension cord for that because this is a little bit annoying. The plate that I'm welding on is a plate that I had fabricated for a different project that never happened. I'm going to utilize those plasma cut holes to weld this right to the top of the tongue. A little grinder action. There I am using a tape measure to give this project some semblance of order. And there I am looking at the camera again. It's telling me that it's overheating, so at this point I'm just trying to rush before the camera shuts off. And that's when it happened. The weld helmet flip. It happens to the best of us. Anyway, now I gotta find my weld helmet. It's here somewhere. I know it is. Oh, that's right, I left it inside. Anyway, we will get back to welding. We'll get it welded up. It only takes a few minutes, and then I go inside. And that's when I noticed that I unplugged a microphone. So I go inside and let the camera cool down, put a new battery in. All right, we're gonna paint. I lost audio there. I think I got it fixed. We're good to go. I've got the jack all masked off, and we're gonna go ahead and use some of this Rust-Oleum hammered paint, which is what my stepfather put on there when he painted the trailer because it was bare steel. Looks like we got some rain coming this way. Hopefully it holds off long enough for me to get this all painted up. stuff actually covers pretty good. Very impressed with it, actually. All right, got my mounting holes there. We'll hopefully let this dry. Clouds are coming. I got this thing all drilled out and ready to go. I got my bolts ready to go. That Rust-Oleum paint dried pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and bolt this on because we have a thunderstorm coming. I'm just using 1/4 bolts. These happen to be grade 8 only because that's what I had. Clearly we don't need grade 8 bolts for this, but there it is. There's our new jack and our new toolbox. And our toolbox will hold 2 wheel chocks and 4 straps with room to spare. I put a link in the description below for the tongue jack and the toolbox. If you're interested, you can check them out. We got a storm heading our way, so I'm going to cut this video short today. The next video, we're going to hook the trailer to the 4Runner. We're going to put the tractor on the trailer, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to use for tie-down straps. So that's it for today. I appreciate you watching. If you made it to the end, you are better than most. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.